There's really something I'm seeing a lot of online, and I've always encountered this, but there are so many people who are absolutely hell-bent on trying to control the actions of others. And here's my advice: drop it, which is why you should really like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message from me, Martin Pavey. Welcome back to the channel. So much time and effort is wasted on believing that there are other people that should or shouldn't be doing other things. My purpose online is really clear. I broadcast my message, sometimes using hard-hitting language, and maybe language that sounds like I'm telling people to do things. All that I am doing is sharing the things that have worked for me, that have transformed my life, mostly, frankly, about learning how to say no to people, how to say no to certain behaviours, and purely attracting the people that want to work with me. I honestly could not care less about people who aren't doing stuff. I couldn't care less, because if for no other reason, there are so many people who don't want to let go of their anxiety. A lot of people, and I observe this in situations that could be incredibly simple, really straightforward, where you just get on with stuff. What I have noticed in a lot of my relationships is that people like the drama, because there's something really immediate about drama. In the moment of doing it, it feels kind of, sexy and exciting, and it sort of feels rewarding very, very briefly. I mean, it's very fleeting and it's a hollow victory. But in the moment, it makes you feel really alive. It makes you feel vibrant. It makes you feel, it doesn't actually achieve this, but it makes you feel like you're putting your point across and you're convincing whoever it is that you're shouting near. And this is why it's quite difficult for people to distance themselves from feeling judged, for being the recipient of judgment, because particularly when you're online and people write because obviously originally Twitter because I'm on Twitter, but anywhere, it used to be very, very diluted. It used to be very succinct. It was very short. You had 140 characters, and then it was increased to 280 characters, so double the word count. And now, because of course I'm a premium member, because I do put articles on Twitter as well, you can have basically whatever word count you like, and they're always coming up with new ways of expanding the amount of content that you can do. But it's particularly when people come out with the one-liners, literally sometimes one word or two words, three or four, very short. It can feel like people are being extraordinarily judgmental and giving orders. And I think there have been a couple of posts that I put out today that people have responded to them. And obviously what I'm talking about is it's personal development, it's self-improvement, it's how to be more productive, more confident, more resilient, able to say no, all of the things that I talk about on these videos. And people saying, so few do this, but they should. And that I think to myself now, well, actually, should they? Should they? I decided to wear my sleeveless t-shirt because this is actually, once I get back in the evening and I'm not going to go out again, I always, put my vest on, show a little bit of skin, entice you in. I try and rhyme in everything that I say. I like it that way. But what you have to focus on, I keep coming back to the same point, you have to focus on what it is that you alone can do. Because if you channel all of the energy, right, all of the energy that you put into believing that other people should behave differently and think differently. What a waste of time. Imagine if you channeled all of that tyrannical thinking that other people should be doing stuff that they're not, and that they're not going to do, and nor should you decide for them. Imagine if you put all of that energy into actually building something for yourself. This is a really, really powerful thing. I know that I've wasted my time just trying to establish why people have done things, trying to figure people out. Well, it's just like, well, they're trying to live their best life. They are just trying to do what they can do to get through the day rather than get from the day. And if you look at human history, the reality is this. It's only ever a tiny proportion of people that actually really make a difference because they have a true calling, and I have a true calling to help as many people as possible help themselves, because I know how fucking fabulous it feels, so that I can build my own homes and buy back my family residences that I grew up in. And I want to be able to give back to my family who have given me so much, because they've been incredibly supportive to me. Every single family has its issues, whether they're big or small. My family, my parents, my sister, have been extraordinarily supportive to me. So it's really important to me that I acknowledge and celebrate that and do my absolute best that I possibly can in order to deliver that back to them. And frankly, they don't expect it, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to do, and that's what I'm working towards all the time. So there are material ambitions and there are personal, emotional motivations, really are. And I want to focus as much energy as I humanly can in my life to actually do that. And imagine if even 1% of that was wasted by thinking that other people should be different from what they are. Because the only people in history who have allegedly tyrannized so many people, well, the only thing they can be by definition is tyrants. That's what a tyrant is. It's somebody that forces somebody else to do something on pain of death. You know, I might say it's still a choice, and you could understand, you know, the rationale behind that, but the truth is that in our own way we're all tyrants to some degree, even if it's in our thoughts of wishing that, oh, you know, I wish people wouldn't drop litter. Say, well, okay, they have. Take responsibility and pick it up and make the world more beautiful. You know, Jocko Willink, you've all these people, you've probably heard of them. They talk about extreme ownership, but what it means is focusing purely on what you can do. And other people are going to do what they're going to do regardless of what you think, believe, or do about it. They're going to. So you have to accept that with the amount of people there are on the planet, there are going to be people who do things differently, you know? And this idea of judgment, this idea of, oh, that person shouldn't do that and they should do this, bollocks, bullshit, and it's dictatorial and tyrannical. You do not want to be dictatorial and tyrannical. You, my dear friend, watching this, and thank you, you want to be inspiring, and you want to have integrity, telling people, or showing rather, not telling, showing people what you're doing, what you're doing, and saying, well, if you do this as well, then you can have this, your choice. And there will be, again, a handful of people, maybe it'll be 5, 10, 100, 1,000, whatever it is, a small amount of people compared to the population of this planet who will do stuff. And that's what marketing is. It's just about putting your message out there and finding those people that will resonate with the message. who want to make the best of their lives, and to the rest of them that don't do what you might expect of them, wish them well. Have sympathy, because there'll be really good reasons why they're not acting in positive and uplifting ways. There will be really good reasons, and that shouldn't garner judgment from us. That should garner our sympathy, which is why people say be kind. Most people who say be kind these days don't really mean it. I do. Be kind. You never know what miseries people are going through and how much they're struggling. So send them a virtual hug, or send them a hug across the plains and wish them well. Do only that. Do only that. Because that's what actually genuinely makes you a kind person. And if you can do that, that is a big shift in the world. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Martin Pavey. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video tomorrow. Ciao for now.